Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our 2020 Mazda CX9. In this video, we're going to be replacing the rear brake pads. And before we get started, there is one important step that you cannot forget, and I'm going to show you what that is coming up. This right here is the electronic parking brake controller, and we have to retract the electronic parking brake piston so we don't damage that when we take off the piston and the brake pads. And let me show you how to do that. To put the rear parking brake into maintenance mode, what we have to do is push the start-stop button twice to get the ignition on. The lights on the dash will come on. Push the gas pedal and hold it all the way down. Then we have to push the parking brake, hold it down, push the start-stop button 3 times. And if we do it right, you will hear the electronic parking brake retract into maintenance mode. And the parking brake light on the dash will illuminate, letting you know you are in maintenance mode. Let's go ahead and take off the caliper slide pin bolts with a 14mm socket. So here's what the slide pin bolts look like. As you can see, there's not much to them. These are a lot smaller than the front bolts, which means these bolts only get torqued to 25 foot-pounds when you put them back in. I'm just going to go ahead and take the caliper off very carefully. Now, some people do disconnect the electronic connection here. I actually found that I've got enough slack in the lines just to kind of rotate the caliper facing downward and just rest it on this lower frame piece here. Now we have to do, let's just take out the old pads, take a look at those. And as you can see, the outside pad has a lot less meat on it than the inside pad. But when we compare that to the new pad, you can see it is definitely time to replace the pads. And also of note, the old pads that are coming off here don't have that guide slot anymore. So it is definitely time to replace these pads. I'm going to go ahead and put these wear indicators on the new pads. And to simply do that, you just line up the hole with the tab on the brake pad itself and just snap that into place on the front side. And you'll notice these only really go on one way because the tab, there's a little, I guess, kind of an indentation for the tab to fit, or the tang to fit around the outside of the pad itself. And if you put it on backwards, it just won't fit. Now, before we put the new pads on, I'm just going to go around and do an inspection of the hardware that's on here. And just like I did with the fronts, I'm going to take this little brass brush and just clean out the brake dust from these metal pieces. And that way I can reuse them. Don't have to put on the new hardware that comes with it. I always like to keep the factory parts whenever I can. But if you need to, as I said, the kit does come with the new hardware that you can put in. Simply pop these out with a flathead screwdriver, and then the new hardware pops right back in. Now that I've got the hardware cleaned out, I'm going to go ahead and put the new pads in. So the tabs slide right into these little grooves. And just note that the wear indicators do go on the top. And once your brake pads are seated into the caliper brackets, we can go ahead and reinstall the caliper. Now, all we have to do is push the piston back in the caliper, and we can do that safely because we do have the parking brake in maintenance mode. I will not be able to use my C-clamp to push this piston back in. Number one, because there's this plastic actuator for the electronic brake that I do not want to push against, but also this piston has kind of like a keyway in it. So we're going to have to use a disc brake caliper tool set, and luckily my neighbor had one. So I've got this thing set up, and now all we're going to do is just screw this in righty-tighty until the piston is fully depressed. And again, we can do this because we have the parking brake in maintenance mode. And it's really important that you make sure to keep an eye on the reservoir, but also that you're going to have to remove some of that fluid so it doesn't overflow. So once you have the piston screwed into the caliper, you can go ahead and install the caliper back onto the caliper bracket. And we're going to get our caliper bolts torqued to about 25 foot-pounds. And then make sure we reconnect the electronic connector for the parking brake module. Now that we've got the brand new brake pads on all the way around, we're going to take the car out of maintenance mode. But before we do that, we're going to pump the brakes just a few times to get some of the air out and to get the pistons kind of acclimated to the new calipers, to the new brake pads. Then what we're going to do is take the car out of maintenance mode. Again, to do that, we're going to push the ignition 2 times. We're going to push the accelerator pedal down all the way. We're going to pull up this time on the electronic parking brake lever, and then push the start-stop button 3 times. And then once you hear that the electronic parking brake piston has stopped moving, you can release everything. And I can see here on the dash that the parking brake warning light has gone off. So now we know we're out of maintenance mode, and now it's time for a test drive. Just got back from a test drive. The pedal does feel a little spongy, so I'm going to spend some time and go all the way around and bleed the brakes out a little bit just to get a little bit stiffer pedal feel. But other than that, guys, no more squeaky brakes, and that's how we got it done. Hopefully the video was helpful. Thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.